What's going on, guys? Tokusatsu here, and today we're taking a look at the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin Yellow Ranger Aisha and Scorpina 2-pack. Now, admittedly, this wasn't one of my most anticipated releases because we already have a Yellow Ranger figure at this point in time with Trini, but I kind of justify it here because it comes with a Aisha civilian head, and I kind of wanted her to complete the Stone Canyon 3 of Rocky, Adam, and Aisha. Plus, I did kind of want a Scorpina figure, although I never figured she would be released in a 2-pack, but whatever. But enough rambling. So this is the box. I already got a nice shot of Yellow and Scorpina there. Continuing to the side. That's really cool, by the way. The versus shot on the back. Continuing Yellow Ranger to the side. Lightning symbol on top. And legal mumbo jumbo on bottom. So starting off with Aisha here, we're going to kind of skim over her because she is essentially the same figure as before apart from her civilian head. Now, like before, I believe you do get an extra pair of hands, one with the chopping hand and also one for holding the blade blaster. You get her power daggers. And I think this is actually an addition here, so you have two different versions of the blade blaster here. One in gun mode, one in sword mode. Now, show accurate wise, sword mode would be the one to actually fit in the holster. And I think I'll keep her that way for right now. And then last but not least, you also have your effects piece. Articulation. Knee, boot cuff swivel, foot joint, upper calf, outward leg movement, hand swivel, hand bend, elbow, elbow swivel, butterfly joints, shoulder, and your ball jointed head. So looking at accessories, here she is with her power daggers, effects piece attached, the extra pair of hands with the blade blaster and gun mode, and also the chopping hand. Here's blade mode. And then here's our civilian head for Aisha. Now, I'll admit, it's not a perfect likeness to Karen Ashley, but I'd say it's about 80% there. It's like her facial features are kind of there, but then at the same time, I don't know, it's like, I think her chin might be a little weird. That's not quite hitting the mark for me. Before we move on to Scorpina, I kind of wanted to do a side-by-side comparison with the original release. And really the only big difference that I noticed was just, I think the 2-pack has a lighter shade of yellow for Aisha. And also, I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, but like, her belt is a bit, like her buckle is a bit bent, like the mold's a bit weird. But apart from that though, it's essentially the same figure in your double dipping. So now taking a look at Scorpina, she's actually a lot cooler than I kind of expected her to be. Like, she's got a lot of extra detail that I didn't really pay attention to before. Like, the sculpt are really just kind of spot on, though. And then as for her face, I think this is more akin to the Japanese actress that played Lami in Zyuranger as opposed to Sabrina Liu, who played her in the original footage. But it's like, that is a great likeness, though, to her. And then as for articulation, so I believe she's not, actually no, scratch that. Okay, so she does have a foot swivel. And her boot cup, while a bit higher, it is there. Knee bend. Calf swivel is still there, surprisingly. Hand movement, although does her wrist bend? Yep, wrist bend. Elbow joint. Swivel. She even has the butterfly joints. Shoulder. And then your ball jointed head, which naturally is a bit limited because of her hair back there, but that's okay though, like that's to be expected. So her accessories are going to be her extra pair of hands, one for the left and right, her boomerang weapon, a lightning effect, and an explosion effects piece, which is pretty much the same as Aisha's. So not much difference there. Looking at poses, here she is with her boomerang. So here's her effects piece, and honestly, it doesn't really look good on her weapon because, I don't know, something about it just doesn't fit. Like, it doesn't really need it, honestly. Like, I'm not going to pose the figures with the effects pieces anyway, so it's kind of take it or leave it. So here she is with the lightning effect piece. Now, this looks a lot better on her weapon as opposed to the blast effect because, I don't know, like, the shape flows a lot better with the blade. And, I don't know, I might actually pose her with this one now that I think about it. And here is her extra pair of hands. One is a closed fist and the other is just a regular holding hand. So there's not much different you can do there. Honestly, I prefer her first set for the weapon and the open hand. So your mileage may vary. So when it comes down to it, this 2-pack is definitely a good one to have if you A, don't really care about double dipping and want to complete that Stone Canyon 3 of Rocky, Adam, and Aisha, or if you've really been pining for a Scorpina action figure, then this is your chance to get one now. Only real nitpicks I would have really is Scorpina's extra pair of hands not really being able to do much, and then Aisha's face sculpt not being quite there, but I'd say about, it's 80% there, so that's not really a big one there. Also, her belt, of course, is a bit misshapen, but that might be a mileage may vary thing, though. But anyway, that's about all I have. So as always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to like my Facebook page, Mills Tokusatsu. We're also on Twitter and Instagram. And this is Mills Tokusatsu signing out.